Good afternoon, beekeepers. It's Saturday, June the 7th. The storms have finally moved out and we got to get in some bees. So hang on, here we go. All right, today we're actually going to start on the west side with the little split that doesn't seem to want to go anywhere. And here we go. Now this split has taken a while, but I think it's finally got a queen. And we're going to take a quick look and see if we can. It's been over a week, so we're going to take a look and see if there is any sign of a queen. Now it has just stormed, so I'm not really sure how they're going to respond to this, but I got to do it now. All right, population is definitely up. Good thing. There may not be any foraging. They may all be right here in this box, so let's see how they react. Right. Little built-out comb on the first frame, but not much of any action going on. There's a frame full of honey. Yeah, not much on that side. Well, up quite a bit on that side, and they're filling some more frames. It's pretty built out. All sides. I bet they're building out frames. But, right. Okay. That frame is all nectar. On this side, they're beginning to fill it out with nectar. And we have capped brood. A lot of capped brood. And looks like most of the cells below it. Look at that. Great pattern. We've got an awesome queen that is definitely putting in some brood. So I'm going to get out of this box because that's all I needed to see. I'm going to go over a little further over. See if how many frames we got. Be nice if there are several frames if you need brood. Well, brood around the outside corner. Which is kind of strange. Probably means they just, yeah. Because I can see down in the cells, there's lots of milk brood. Take a look just in case. We might see our queen. Nope, not there. Lots of new larvae. So we're still in the brood chamber. There's probably 6, maybe 7 frames of bees. So considering it was only 4 for quite a while, this hive is back in business. Look at that wall-to-wall brood. And in the center, it's hatched out, and I don't have enough light to tell if it's got eggs or brood in the middle. There are no queen cells of any type. This side's the same way. And we probably won't see any over this far, but a frame of larvae. Almost the entire center is filled with larvae. She likes to fill out the entire frames. Nope. Don't see a queen. Nicely built out frame and a partially built out. So, and just for the sake of doing it, we're going to pull out that last frame. And it's mostly built out on one side and just barely built out on the other. So I'm going to turn it around. Okay, so we're in good shape. The sun's coming out. It'll make the bees happy. And put some more smoke in there. I am happy to see that we have lots of bees, and definitely shows we have an active queen. Not a doubt in the world. She's got close to 6 frames of brood laid. So, yeah, we're in good shape on this one. Give them a little smoke, get them back down in the frames. That is good news. Now they don't have enough bees to even consider a honey super on top or even another box yet. They're close. Maybe in another couple of weeks I can put another box. I may just put a honey super on there. But for now, we're in good shape on that one. Now, rather than go to the big box, which is my honey making machine, I'll go over here to the little one that also was without a queen and may still be. And see, they have that entrance propolized down to just a few small holes. But there are bees flying. I'm not sure how many. We're going to take a look. Yeah, it's the only hive that I've ever had that's propolized the entrance down that way. It's really interesting. Really hoping to see some brood in here. All right, just quickly take a look in here. That's the honey super. They're not storing any honey. They're not doing a thing up here. They are still building out. I mean, this is the top one. That one's almost full. It's got honey stored and capped. Smells good too. So this frame and this frame and this frame and maybe these two. Yeah, there's quite a bit of honey in this box. But I don't know how much is left from prior. All right, let me get my table around here real quick. All right, take off the top super and take a look at the second one. That's heavier than I thought it would be. All right. Yeah, traces of building out. A little here, a little there. Not much of anything. There's just not many bees in here. A couple of drones buzzing my head. They always hate it when I do that. All right. Let's see, not full frames, but right here in the middle, there's quite a bit going on. We may have a queen established in this box as well. Kind of got to like this when you've got 8, 10 frames in there. Makes it easy to pull that first frame. That's packed with honey, both sides. That one's packed with honey on both sides. And that's a frame that they're barely building out, which is closer to the brood chamber if there is a brood. All right, bee bread. Bee bread and honey. Well, they just come right up here to the top of the frames. And Don't give me anywhere to pull. Okay. We have milk brood. Very young. I drop that frame, but I need another grip on it. This side is milk brood. This is like a day or two after in the larva stage. Very young. But what I don't like is under the screen bottom board, there are a ton of bees. And what that tells me is there's another queen under the box. I have a frame that they're building out. This empty queen cup in the middle. And we have kept brood on this side. And a lot of milk brood. So we've got an active queen. Oh yeah. Let's see the next frame. How's that? A lot of brood. All the way around it is larvae. The same on this side. So we got an active queen for a week since we have capped brood. We have a bunch of brand new larvae. A bunch of nice pollen, bright yellow pollen. This one's mostly honey. Yeah, they're back in production. And the next couple of frames over are the same way. So I'm gonna put her back together. That's exciting. They are definitely talking to me now too. I mean, they're not mean bees. They're not flying at me or nothing. It's just weird that they popularized that entire front door that way. They just want to put their privacy, I guess, huh? I've not seen the queen, and at this point, I don't really care because she's kicking. There's so many bees. It sure didn't look like it, but now there are. They're everywhere. So, what I now wish is that I had another deep box, because this hive could use another deep. I'm going to put a deep box on there. I have an old deep frame and a brand new one, and I'm going to put them on there and then fill it with medium frames. Now, I know they'll build onto the bottom of the box, but I'm not worried about that. Also got this nice pink acorn frame that I got at Nobby that has no wax on it, and put it right there in the middle and see what the girls do with it. All right, acorn frames, brand new, highly waxed. because that box is about going to explode in population soon, as well as the first hive that we looked at. But I'm going to put frames in this one, put the honey supers back on, and see if they finish out these boxes of honey. And you might ask, what am I going to do about the bees that apparently are building comb, living under the bottom? Not a thing. I'm going to leave them alone. Because they can't do much. There's very limited space. It's a solid piece of wood that they're sitting on. So we'll leave them alone. All right. Hive number 2 is doing great. Now then, the big boy. As you can see by this is my biggest hive, obviously. In the afternoon, you can see massive amounts of bees doing orientations every day. All I want to do on them is check the supers on top. I harvested the honey last week and put the supers back on. Oh, goodness, I can see tons of bees. In the top of this box. Almost in the stepladder. There we go. Oh, you can't see me up here. All right, in a week, they have already repaired all the frames in this top box. But there's no honey in it. So that's all I really need to know. They're not done. So let's leave them to their business. Now we're going to move over to the swarm and then the east side. All right, here we are at the swarm, formerly swarm file. I'm going to call it number 6. Start trying to change, call it to number 6 now. It's no longer a swarm, but they are, last time I was in here, they were just tearing it up. They have all the bottom box full, and now they're working on the top one. They may be ready for a honey super. Oh, they really love that propolis. And here's where I can use that other top cover. I also put one of my pink frames in here. Let's see, after a week, let's see if they've done anything to it. Oh my goodness, they like pink. There's the pink frame that had nothing, no wax, no nothing. And they're putting honey in the places they have built out. Yeah, it's not quite smooth on either side, but they are building it out. And they're just getting started. Let's see. I'd rather this be up here. Put it on the back side so I can work without being over the top of the bees. All right, all these frames are new. I mean, everything in here was blank, totally empty. And look at that. It's built out beautifully. It's full of honey. Both sides are completely full. All right, the next frame over something I really like to see. Capped brood surrounded by a lot of larvae. Everywhere from a couple of days old to almost ready to cap. Well, the bees are just all over this frame. And trying to keep from squishing bees. All right, the other side is they've backfilled honey all the way up to the brood. All right, they are doing great. Need to find them a new location. I actually have a place I think I can put them. How's that for a brood pattern? Most of the holes that are empty are full of honey. Same on that side. And that one's full of various stages of brood. Oops, backside. I got some about to come out, and it's surrounded by various stages of brood. And this looks like it's probably got first stage of larva. The backside's all honey because this has got it just looks like the beginning stages of larva. I can't really tell. That's a honey frame, honey frame, honey frame. That's it. So we got 4 frames of brood, 4.5. I really need to move this, but I can't do it today. Well, there's a problem with putting it behind the hive. How do I get it back? Okay. Carefully as possible. I get enough of them I can get to the ear. About like that. There we go. Slide that one back to the outside. Yep, just like that. And then my pink one goes right up against the brood. The other side has the pollen frames and but really awesome how much they're building it out. This one will also need a, probably could use a honey box in another week. The way they're building, it'll be ready for a box. All right. Number 6 is doing great. Now we get to move to the east side. All right, here we are on the east side. Everything has been doing real well on this side. And see over there, all the girls came out to greet me. These are flying in and out, but they're too busy to worry about me being over here, which is cool because I want them bringing in that nectar. Now let's break into the rocks and see how they're doing. Let's give them a little warning sign. All right, lots of bees in the top. But there's nothing happening. I mean, there's a little bit of wax building, very little. It's pretty much a theme. And there's no queen excluder on this box. They're just not doing anything up here. Oh, my windwear's kind of wet. The storm was pretty heavy for a little while. All right, take that empty box off. I'm just going to give them a little smoke because I took the cover off, they're not even flying. And I love that, see? They don't come up out of the box or nothing. All of mine are pretty calm bees. Till you start messing with them and start digging boxes out. And there we go. All right, that's completely full of honey. I don't need that. Looks kind of like this entire top box might be all honey. Fully framed. Completely packed with honey. Completely packed with honey. Looks like they filled the top box and decided not to go any further. Oh well, this is their first year. Honey, they're building that side out and putting honey in it. Huh. At least that's what I like to see. It's got the honey cap and it's got cap cells completely surrounded by larvae. The other side's the same way. That's good. It's really good. Means we still have an active queen. Yeah, the next frame over proves that. Now that's a frame of bees. There's honey around the outer edge, larvae, capped brood, 4 or 5 drone cells across the bottom. Same on the other side. This hive will definitely be good for the winter. The next frame is even better than that one. Hear that. I mean, that entire frame is brood. Now there's a little honey around the outside, but she didn't leave much. Same for the other side. It's all cap brood. A little bit of honey in the middles. I mean, they're almost all the frames are full. They just don't have the population yet. Look at that. Got one age of capped brood, another some larvae, then another age of capped brood. They got a bunch of capped brood that's going to be coming out soon. The other side's the exact same way. Not seeing any swarm cells. Looks like they're really happy with what they've got. And looks like this side has just recently, beautiful. You got a ring of capped brood. In the middle of it is all larvae. From very, very young to almost capping age. The other side has a queen supersedure, a charged supersedure cell. And I'm going to take it out. There's too much brood in here. They know more than we do, but we can kind of coax them along a little bit. There's no swarm cells up here, just that one supersedure cell. All right, this one the brood is graduated. There's a swarm cell. A lot of brood. The swarm cell we're going to get rid of. And because of those, I'm going to have to go in the bottom box. And that one was just cut. They don't do that. Don't go that way. All right, I didn't really want to go into the bottom boxes. It's very hot and humid out here. But they have made swarm cells and a supersedure cell. So I got to look and make sure there's not any more. I mean, there's very few drone cells, so I don't see that the queen is about to expire. She's a new queen. But they know more than we do. I just don't want them to supersede or swarm either one. I do not want another box. I don't have any more boxes. They'd have to go in mediums. And then I wouldn't have any honey boxes left. All right. All right, we'll sit on top of that. Honey box over there. Let's see what they're doing in the bottom box. They have underarm frame. They have two underarm frames. Or you want to do this. Two main motors. Here's the partially underarm frame. Partially on both sides. Frame, honey. Pollen's still down good. There's a nice shot of a couple real spring pollen in. This side's got a lot of pollen in it. You're important. There's no frame. It's got different pollen. Oh, yeah. A lot of pollen in that frame. I don't know if you can see it or not because of the light. It's bright yellow. They may have some brood in it. Alright, there's definitely a brood frame with pollen in it. Tons of pollen. There's a little brood in the middle, but they're back filling it with pollen. There's a supersedure cup in the middle. It's empty. And a supersedure cup on the other side that's charged. Frame with pollen. Frame with pollen in. Pollen, honey. Yeah, honey pollen. And not sure. Maybe just honey. I'm just back in the girls. Yeah, that one's partially going out. Partially going out. All right. I'm going to put the brood from the top box into the bottom box. See if I can't get a little production straightened out here. What I'm doing is consolidating the brood into the bottom box. One more frame of brood up there. And that's not the frame I want. Almost every piece of brood is in the bottom box. We've got the honey and all these empty frames in the top box. I have no idea where to put that. Which is a risky situation moving all these frames. I know that. All right. Yeah. Really disrupted their plans. Gotten rid of all the supersedure cells. You're not close. You'll see in one box. Okay. And then most of these go down in these. That's India. hive. Hey. You come this way here. Here, cover. Although, I'll have a microwave this way. All right. One more box to go. All right, here we are at the last hive over on the east side. We're going to take a look and see if we need another honey super or what we may need to do on this hive. Well, we have not pulled honey on this side yet because there wasn't any capped honey over here. It was just too early for it. Population is definitely in good shape on this side. All right. This box is just completely full. See if I can get a frame out. Yep. Looks like we're beginning to cap. Some of the frames cells aren't completely full. That one. It's completely full and partially capped. The back side's fully capped. Next frame's mostly capped. Mostly capped. That one there. Beginning to cap. All right, this one. That one mostly full. That is fully capped. It's built out beyond the frame. It's just a beautiful honey frame. Let me see if I can get it out of there. There you go. Big old cap frame of honey. Backside's mostly capped. Built out really thick. So we can still go some more on that. This is a frame that's barely built out. But got lots of clover blooming. Some other plants that are beginning to start blooming pretty soon. We got plenty of time to finish filling this one up. Might go ahead and put another box on there. See what we got on the next box down. I need a little more room. And I only used 9 frames in a 10 frame box. You know, where's my spacer? I like this metal frame spacer. It just works out real well. To get those 9 frames in there. Evenly spaced. It's okay. This time we're going to use my grabber here because it looks like all of these are completely full. Yep. That one's full and partially capped. That one's got brood in it. Well, that's not good. The next frame is completely brood. It's got some brood on the other side. So why do I have two deeps on there if they're going to put brood in the top? It's so full I can't even use my tool to pick it up. Nice frame of brood. The only thing is, it's in my honey super. That one's all honey, both sides. Little brood cell right there. Yeah, they built up drone brood. They built up a bunch of wild drone brood between the frames there. The other side's got brood on it too. I don't see any larvae on it though. I mean, don't see any mites on the larva. Got so much propolis on my gloves, it's unbelievable. Not happy to see all this brood in the honey frames. That frame's all honey. Well, looks like they've only got brood on 2 frames. Which makes me wonder if there's too much honey in the bottom box. Okay. That's all honey. So is the queen in the top box. I'll say no. All these are kit sales. And there don't appear to be any new larvae or eggs or anywhere to put them. Well, I think my decision is to just put them back. And hopefully as soon as those start hatching, they'll backfill it. The last box is a bit of a mess. They've got brood in the bottom super. They're backfilling everything with honey, so once that hatches out, they should be able to fill it with honey, and she'll be back down in the bottom, laying where she's supposed to. So all my hives are doing great for a change. Sometime in June or July, we should get another honey harvest, and we'll be good for the year. All of my hives are queen right and building up, so they'll all be good for the winter. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and leave me some comments so I know what you think about what I did today. We'll see you on the next video. Thanks.